Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're tackling something that, well, it quietly costs independent hotels a lot of money.
Missed calls.
Exactly. The silent drain of missed phone calls.
Yeah.
We've looked at some industry analysis, and a really interesting solution from a hospitality tech leader.
Right.
And our goal today, our mission for this deep dive is really to unpack why letting that phone ring is so costly, and look at how some new AI tech is stepping in to actually save that revenue.
Yeah, it's a super common scenario. But for hotels, especially the independents, every single call could be a booking.
Or just a question that leads to a stay later.
Precisely. Or it's a lost opportunity. So we're going to dig into the actual numbers behind this and then explore this innovative approach. It's tailored specifically for hospitality.
Okay, let's unpack that core problem first. The research we looked at, it really reveals something pretty startling. Hotels, and again, especially independents, they're missing out on a massive chunk of business just because calls aren't getting answered.
It's the scale that's quite fascinating here. Hotels routinely miss up to 40% of incoming calls.
40%, wow.
Yeah. But hang on, it gets worse. Our sources show that 70% of guests who don't get through the first time, they just don't call back. They book somewhere else. Next hotel on the list.
I can totally picture this. I was checking into a hotel in Tampa not long ago, and the receptionist, she was great, but I kept seeing her have to hang up the phone.
Right. To help you, the guest in front.
Exactly. And I kept thinking, what if one of those calls she hung up on was, I don't know, a sports team trying to book 10 rooms?
That's significant revenue.
Gone. Just like that.
And it brings up the key question. Why are these calls being missed so often? I mean, we have online booking now.
Right.
It nearly always comes down to staff being stretched thin. Calls pour in during peak check-in, check-out.
During breaks, weekends.
After hours, especially when staffing is often minimal. The front desk team, they're already juggling guests right there, admin tasks, other requests. It's a lot.
So something has to give, and it's often the phone. So what does that mean for, the typical solutions? Maybe you've got a fantastic website, a smooth online booking engine. Maybe you've even put money into paid ads.
Well, if you connect the dots, none of that investment really hits home if the potential guest finally decides to call, maybe with a quick question, and nobody answers.
The journey just stops dead.
Exactly. The customer journey hits a wall right there at the phone.
Okay, but what about the obvious fix? Just hire more people for the front desk.
Yeah, most independent hotels just don't have the budget for that. It's a significant cost increase.
And voicemail. Forget it.
Pretty much. Let's be honest, voicemail doesn't really convert lookers into bookers, not effectively anyway. Missed calls really are just missed bookings. It's a basic breakdown in that conversion funnel.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting.
Huh.
Our sources introduce a new player, something designed specifically for this.
Yeah.
Roommaster Concierge.
So, roommaster, they're a known leader in hospitality tech, right? They developed Concierge as an artificial intelligence voice agent. That's AI.
AI. Got it.
And it's built only for roommaster customers. This isn't some generic bot you might find answering for, I don't know, a bank or something.
Okay.
It's specifically trained on hospitality language, hospitality interactions.
And crucially, it's available 24/7.
Exactly. Hitting those off hours, those super busy times.
So how does it actually work? What does it do?
Okay, so it answers calls instantly, in real time. It speaks naturally, professionally, sounds human. And here's the critical part. It syncs directly with the hotel's room master property management system. So because of that link, it gives guests up-to-the-minute rates and availability. No guesswork.
Okay, what if it's a really complex call? Something the AI can't handle?
Good question. It's smart enough to know its limits. If a call needs a human touch, maybe a complex group booking or a specific complaint, it intelligently transfers that call to the right staff member.
So it's not just answering, it's managing the call flow. Beyond just picking up, what are the sort of key benefits for hotels?
Well, first off, it answers every single call, every time. No lead gets dropped. That's huge.
Okay.
And because it's tied into the PMS, the rate info is always live, always accurate. Guests get answers immediately.
No waiting, no let me check.
Exactly. Plus, it can route those specialized calls we mentioned, like for the events team or the hotel restaurant, straight to the right extension. Saves everyone time.
Which means, and this sounds like a big deal for staff, the team on site can actually focus on the guest right in front of them.
Yes, without that constant phone ringing, that interruption. Imagine the difference in service quality.
And less stress for the team, I bet.
Definitely. And for management, there's an analytics feature.
Ah, data.
Right. You can actually track how many calls it handled and how many of those turned into confirmed bookings. Tangible proof.
Which raises the big question, doesn't it? Does it really
Yeah.
work? Like in the real world, what do guests think?
Okay, so the proof is there. We saw a quote from one customer. They admitted they were hesitant at first, wondering if guests would be okay talking to an AI.
Yeah, that's a common concern.
But their experience, they said, and I'm quoting loosely here, once we turned on roommaster Concierge, the results just spoke for themselves. Direct bookings climbed, and our team stopped stressing about missed calls.
Wow, okay. That's pretty clear feedback.
Yeah, and hotels using it consistently report much higher call capture rates, especially during those tricky off hours or peak times.
And that translates directly to more direct bookings.
More direct bookings, less pressure on the front desk staff, that often boosts morale, makes things run smoother overall.
So why is this kind of solution particularly good for independent hotels?
Yeah.
They often have, different challenges than the big chains.
It really comes down to its design. It's built to avoid complexity. You don't need multiple systems or clunky integrations.
Ah, simplicity.
Exactly. It plugs right into the roommaster PMS they might already be using, so adoption is easier. And for hotels with smaller teams, it lets them handle way more calls without adding payroll or burning out their staff.
It frees up the humans to do the human stuff.
Precisely. Deliver that great service on-site, make those personal connections.
Okay, so if someone listening is thinking, this sounds interesting, I want to know more, how can they check it out?
Well, our sources mention you can actually call it. Hear it for yourself.
Like right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
The number provided is +1 606 249 9245. Just dial it and see what your guests would experience.
And you mentioned it's for roommaster users.
Right. And for current roommaster users, there's an offer to try Concierge free for a month.
A free trial. Nice.
Yeah, no setup hassle, apparently. It's just a chance to see it in action, see how many calls it actually saves your hotel.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway for you, the hotelier listening right now?
Well, if missed calls are costing you money, and based on what we've discussed, they probably are,
Yeah, seems likely.
then looking into a specialized AI voice agent, something like Concierge, it could genuinely be a game changer for your bottom line.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? What revenue is just evaporating because the phone didn't get picked up?
Exactly. What's the full potential if your team could just focus on the guests who are physically there, knowing every single call is being handled professionally?
The powerful thought. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into, the future of handling hotel calls.
Definitely worth considering.
We really encourage you to think about that silent cost of the unanswered call and weigh it against the benefits of a solution that makes sure every opportunity is captured. You might really be surprised at the difference it makes when every single call gets answered.